Before we just begin with the interview, if you could just give a brief introduction about yourself and about your organization.
I work for a company called CBRE, CB Richard Ellis. CBRE is an international property consulting firm. We advise people on all sorts and forms of real estate, be it advisory work on financial elements and aspects, be it on the transaction space, or be it on how they should position their business in terms of the real estate element of their business. That's what we do. CBRE is a Fortune 500 company, and we've been in India for about 14 to 15 years now. In that, I specialize in hospitality, and our main role or job is to focus on getting hospitality business more active in the country today.
Talking about hospitality itself, there are different sectors in hospitality itself. So do you just focus on hotels, or is there something else also?
So when I say hospitality, it covers hotels, service departments, amusement parks, leisure and amusement parks, casinos, convention centers, condominium hotels, branded residences, and essentially all others supporting departments or supporting industries that have got anything to do with hospitality.
There's a very famous line in India it's in Hindi, हम मकान नहीं घर बनाते हैं. So you also swear by that?
So I don't know whether I swear by it or not, but yes, many of my clients do swear by it. And they have always been traditionally involved with establishing and developing hotels as more of an extension of their own house or more of an extension of their own businesses. But going forward, what we have been noticing is that hotel development has become more of a business where standard returns on investments are looked at, input costs are looked at, and it's been treated today more of a business development rather than a personal, emotional or an ego development.
Okay, which market in specific you're more active in, like northern markets, southern, east, west?
So CBRE has offices in about 8 to 9 markets in the country today. And we cover practically every region or every market in the country today through our 8 or 9 offices. Not only in India, but we are actively involved with businesses and hotel and real estate development in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and other surrounding countries around India. So you can say that we have business interests in more or less the entire of Southeast Asia.
Talking about the fact that you already have an international presence, so do you think the FDI provisions that we have brought in some new provisions in that, so it will affect your organization in any of the ways?
Yes, in fact, most of our clients are very happy looking at the positive FDI inflows and developments that have been happening in the country today. And from that perspective, they are very aggressive as of today to look at investments in hospitality industry. Now, having said that, there is still much more to do, not only from the private sector, but even from the public sector in terms of giving an impetus to the hospitality industry. And going forward with the right lobbying and the right emphasis on the industry, I believe it should take proper steam.
2015, Premal, it wasn't that great year when you talk about hospitality industry per se. So do you think 2016 will be any good?
So we've already started seeing recovery in the business, and many markets in the country have seen a revival on the rates front, on the ARRs of the hotel rooms. Many markets have started seeing occupancies firm up, which is a good sign for the business going forward. And the reason why many markets got hit in 2015 were, in fact, not one but multiple reasons. Is not only did the dollar rupee exchange rate suffer, but also we had a lot of supply hitting the market in 14-15. And because of that, we saw hotels suffering on the occupancy and ARRs front. So going forward, with very limited supply coming in 2016-2017, we believe that the existing hoteliers will definitely firm up their business plans.
Day before yesterday, the service tax was increased. So any which ways, the common man is going to definitely suffer because of that. But do you think it's a good news for the hotel industry? It's like a blessing in disguise?
I'm not sure whether it's any sort of blessing, whether in disguise or in the open, when your customers have a higher incidence of tax. But I think it's good and it bodes well for the entire country in general. But, I would imagine if somebody would land up paying about 15 to 18% on other forms of taxes for other goods and services, I don't think hotel industry should be any different. But that said, the 15% service tax is coming very close to the numbers of the goods and services tax, or the GST that was spoken about earlier. And one way or the other, the government seems to be getting its way around. But I don't think that should be a very big challenge for the hotel industry.
Indeed. So coming back to the conference, is it the first time that you are here?
No, in fact, I have been to this conference, I think third or fourth time. And, looking at the way it has progressed in the last few years, it has only got better. It's only got larger. And, minor hiccups aside, I think it's only getting stronger year on year. It just goes to show that more people are getting interested or getting involved with the hospitality industry, which is great, because initially, if I were to take you back about, say, 5 or even 10 years back, the industry was very fragmented, region-wise, position-wise, market-wise. And that really didn't do well for the industry at large, because we could not put our thoughts and share best practices or share the cost-benefit advantages that other people are getting. So now we are seeing that change. We are seeing more, developers, suppliers, builders coming together in a single forum across the country. More of such organizations are being part of this movement, and more of such conferences will definitely help people to, streamline their efforts in the right direction.
So any preconceived notions that you're here with?
No preconceived notions. Being from the hotel industry, as any other, hotelier or self-respecting hotelier, you would be prepared for any sort of eventuality. I wouldn't really term that as going to war, but I would definitely term it as being as ready as one can be for any sort of work. So I don't think there are any preconceived notions, but yes, there are expectations coming out from a conference like this. And going forward, I think if once this conference goes in the future with more of such events in the coming years, we should be seeing more of involvement and interaction from players.
Thanks a ton for talking to Food Link.
You really appreciate that.